have an extra phone here.
Do this now.
I have.
Okay.
There we go.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Business List, your source for stories inside the party across the country and around the world. We are LP Alliance, an intercaucus coalition rebuilding the Libertarian Party, revolutionized liberty movement. My name is Amanda Griffiths. I'm joined by Keith Thompson. I'm joined by Rose Leatherman. I'm not joined by a kangaroo. By the way, if our internet is spotty, it is
because you guys are out apartment hunting.
Yeah, we're out apartment hunting. And I met a kangaroo and I beat it up and I subdued it and I took it back to this hotel with me. So we're done with this now. This is not the furry caucus. All right. How is it so warm?
Because I was in it.
All right. Everyone, this is a blend of the Business List and LPA After Dark. And we wanted to do a convention recap. Once again, if we freeze on you, it is completely Kyle's fault for choosing a terrible hotel with terrible, absolutely horrible internet.
I was against this hotel.
You were not against the hotel.
She chose this hotel.
I did not. All right, convention. So that was over this past weekend. And
there was a convention we all attended and things happened.
There was a convention where things happened. And you know what? Honestly, it was not as crazy as some of the previous ones. I don't know if it really wasn't.
The three before it were all much worse.
Like there was no point of order, you suck. You know, there was no.
That's true. I mean, there were the assaults though. So
there
I was going to say, yeah. I don't think.
I don't recall the sea hiling at previous conventions.
Yeah, DC, things got a little crazy in DC, but I don't remember people being afraid of being physically assaulted.
Although, in fairness, DC was more embarrassing. We had Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
We also almost nominated Rechtenwald.
Saved by a gummy.
Sorry.
The gummy fly effect.
By the way, Kyle is very far behind me right now, and still.
Well, isn't that where he belongs?
And obscured by a QR code.
Yep.
Oh.
There we go. Kyle is behind me and still.
Gigantic.
This is actual size back here.
It's like the intro of Lord of the Rings. You have a forced perspective.
Yeah.
All right.
Or elf.
I don't even know if anyone who's watching has not been to convention. I want to make sure.
Well, long story short, we're going to have to get used to calling Amanda Madam Vice Chair.
Correct. Wait, are we not? Okay, good.
Oh, take that, Justin. Now you're covered.
You're the people with your code.
Yeah, because otherwise I was obscuring you, and you were going to get mad about it. Do you not want to donate? Do you not want to? Do you not want to support the proletarians?
I'll show you how we actually fix this.
You could put it in the bottom corner, perhaps. Now, he's probably going to do the bottom right corner. It's just going to cover up Justin again. So that's probably good. Bye, Rose.
Whoop. Take that, chat.
Kyle,
now you're covered.
Kyle,
yes.
Be nice to the chat.
Oh.
Hi, chat. Our unholy army of the night in the chat. You guys.
You can tell Kyle does IT stuff because he's fixing it in live.
You can tell Kyle does IT
you
stuff.
You could have looked at it beforehand, but that wouldn't be fair.
It didn't work. Chair of Vice. I see that. That's how I feel, Andy. I'm Libertarian Vice right here. Libertarian Vice. Okay. I don't know if the people who are watching didn't go to convention and want a summary, or if they did go to convention and they want a therapy session. And so I'm going to say it's a little bit of both right now. You might not know. Kyle, only person.
I will refrain from venting too much.
now, who the people did not choose to serve in any capacity.
Kyle did not run, though. Very
Can
intentional.
Kyle run?
Kyle didn't run.
Kyle can
I
run.
mean, I tried to not run.
If anything, I
It
am.
doesn't work out for all of us.
That's the
I
thing.
am
The people were not going to
100%
let Keith not run, though. That's the thing. People
So, for
insisted
David
that
Rack
Keith
here-
has to run for something.
I wasn't fast enough.
Kyle does have a dream job, I think, and I will recuse myself from saying what it is, so you
There
can
is-
go ahead and market yourself.
Our current setup is that there's an IS committee with an IS chair, but then because of a former LNC chair who didn't like that concept, she also split off, and there's a CTO role, which is now a director of IT role or some other weird name. And so I would like to fix the IT problems in the Libertarian Party. They are numerous, they are real, and we are spending a crap load of money to have horrible IT. And so I am campaigning for the LNC to put me in, Coach.
I mean, in fairness, you did instantly destroy the chat here, so you're qualified to run a live stream for the party.
Yeah.
Also, as I understand it, destroying user data is what we want.
Yes, you can't leak it.
No,
if it's
leaking
destroyed.
user data.
No, I was thinking Andy Bukovich.
Well, I mean, Kyle probably has the entire thing in a USB drive in his pocket anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
I actually store it in the base of my skull like Cortana.
so you can't destroy it even when commanded to.
if you take enough of Oven's mushroom tablets, you can enjoy the Johnny Mnemonic movie.
I know for a fact Dustin's already microdosing in the chat because he said so before we went live.
I'm going to give a 2-second thing here. Not literally 2 seconds, but slightly longer than that. The thing that I want the IS committee to do, the thing that I think that Nationals IT should do, is have the ability to work with every state that wants to work together to share data and to make sure that every candidate all the way down has the data that the Nationals paid for, so that our candidates aren't sitting there and paying for redundant data, so that we can win as many elections as possible with as little money spent as possible. We have the technology, we have the intelligence to do this right. We need to get it done.
So I have heard before that National has access to broad L2 data.
We have a full set of Aristotle data, and we have a bit older L2 set.
Okay.
So we should
Do
be
you
using
know,
both of
do you know
those.
approximately how much it would cost to purchase National L2 data?
The quote I got from L2 for LPA was mid 20,000s.
Okay. So
And that
I
would
know
be
for my
a-
state, if I wanted to purchase the entire voter list, including the old parties, it's about 5,000, I think.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't take that many states, assuming that prices are similar,
Right.
to pitch in, and we could all get it for less.
Yes, correct. And if National is maintaining it, then every state has it, every candidate has it all the way down. There's also a good program where any candidate can get monthly L2 data updated for $10 per month for their campaign, no matter how big your campaign is. And so if we could get a gubernatorial candidate and all 51 affiliates, we could get the full nation's data for $510. L2 plus
Well,
NASDAQ.
it sounds like donations are finally coming in, so people seem
Speaking
happy
of
with some of
donations
the
coming in,
moves
why are
taken.
donations
Yeah, it seems like people are happy with some moves that the party has taken recently. So how did we get there exactly?
Yeah, we got there. Donations seem to be coming in the wake of the first LNC meeting, post-election, post-convention, in
Something
which
happened there.
Yeah, in which the former Libertarian Party of New Hampshire was disaffiliated for costs. So people are talking about it being a result of their messaging. Their messaging certainly was not helpful, but they violated a bylaw insofar as
the only bylaw that affiliates are specifically named in to not violate.
Right. Yeah, I obviously was not a fan of the messaging, being a non-Nazi, but their messaging had been bad for some time. The Trump endorsement, to me, if you're directly working against the party of which you're an affiliate, you should not be an affiliate.
correct. And
In their governing documents, they specifically have at this point that they will not run against Republicans.
Yeah, you're not allowed to run as a libertarian without the executive, like you.
Right.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So they function to block libertarian candidates.
Yeah, they know to pretty much all libertarian candidates that try to
Correct.
run.
They very specifically say that what they've done is take over the GOP of New Hampshire. And it's like, well, you got a whole lot of Nazis. So you didn't really take the GOP over very far, did you?
I mean, the GOP loves them because they get to have the basest elements of society, backing Republican candidates without Republicans themselves having to court those base elements of society. All the while, they get to ride off of the Libertarian Party brand, but no more. People talk about how this was a speech issue. And that we believe in free speech, Libertarian Party, how are you censoring people's speech? And I don't think that anyone who's making this argument genuinely believes it, because it is a little bit facile, right? There's free association that is part of freedom of speech. Freedom of association is part of it. So you can have freedom of speech. You are allowed, the New Hampshire group is allowed to say whatever it wants, and call themselves libertarian in their messaging if they want to, call themselves part of the Libertarian Party. They can say whatever they want. That's perfectly fine. We don't think that they should be taken off of social media, none of that. But we have freedom of association. And if we are saying that we want to associate with people who espouse our platform and statement of principles and not people who do not, that is part of freedom of speech, because otherwise you have compelled speech. If they're doing messaging on behalf of the Libertarian Party or as a Libertarian Party affiliate in name, then you are essentially saying, well, if these people can't be disaffiliated, we are compelling the Libertarian Party to associate with that speech. This is how freedom of association and freedom of speech are linked.
Right. I mean, we are a political party. If we do not function to directly endorse our opponents.
Correct.
Right.
And it was within the first 9 hours post disaffiliation, we received $20,000 in donations. People came back to the party.
So all those predictions that we're going to bankrupt the Libertarian Party might be bullshit. Imagine. So people who make the free speech argument are rarely doing so in good faith, though. Yeah, I mean, you get some people who I guess are very new to libertarian principles and still are misguided in making that argument. Mm-hmm. But it's rarely made in good faith. It's usually just an attempt to weaponize your own principles by people who do not share them and would have no problem silencing you and doing other not so nice things to you if given the opportunity.
Right.
Okay. It's best to just ignore them, because they have no interest in your principles. They're just trying to guilt you into letting them be assholes.
Well, and some people have tried to fearmonger it by saying like, "Oh, we took out New Hampshire, and now we're going to come for Tennessee or whatever," right? But they didn't endorse our political opponent, right? Like
Tennessee did.
I don't.
Well,
weren't they just too incompetent to actually get them on the ballot, though?
I thought they made it difficult.
Tennessee does not have ballot access for libertarians, though. The Tennessee ballot access laws are egregious.
Sure, but New Hampshire's lost theirs too, so.
But
my understanding of the Tennessee situation, which may be wrong, they weren't my region, is that it wasn't great, but it wasn't as egregious as New Hampshire. And
that part's true.
I don't anticipate them doing it for the next election. New Hampshire, I think was an ongoing issue.
That's true.
And they were functioning to harm the party by blocking libertarian candidates, by endorsing Donald Trump, and I don't see any other affiliate doing things like that.
And by messaging that is deliberately designed to make people not want to associate with the Libertarian Party.
Right. Yep.
Right. So, you hear the same thing about Colorado, that they tried to do the same thing. Yeah, they tried. They were blocked from doing so. So no bylaws violation occurred.
And Colorado's self-corrected, right? Like Colorado.
Yeah, they
not
ousted
right now.
Right.
Yeah, they ousted the people. Like New Hampshire is trying to claim, this is a different board. It's the same core group of people who have been there for the past several years.
Hoffman was already the secretary, and now he's the chair.
Yeah,
and he endorsed Trump.
So yes, it was Evan McMahon, the new chair himself, who introduced the motion, which meant that I got the gavel, so I got to preside over that motion, and was so tired that I forgot that you do roll call votes on substantive motions. So that was great, and the entire party got to see me not understand basic parliamentary procedure because I was running on 3 hours of sleep for the past week. But it's all fine. And yes, so Evan McMahon himself introduced that motion, and things have been going fairly swimmingly in terms of donations post that.
We're seeing major players from the Libertarian Party's past come back.
And I would rather, honestly, I would rather have all of those small dollar donations than one huge crypto whale dropping it on the
Right.
market.
Yeah. One
But
giant
this
donor
party-
is not a good thing. People don't realize this, or it sounds appealing until you have it. But when someone's going to drop like thousands
Anybody who's
or
been around this party knows that Kara Schultz is worth 1,000 Jeremy Kaufmans every single time.
That's really insulting to Kara. Really insulting to Kara. Just 1,000?
Only 1,000 apparently. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
having one very large donor, like, okay, that money is never free. It comes with strings attached. Like, they usually want some kind of say in how the party is run, what kind of messaging you're able to do. Like, it's never like just they give you the money to be able to carry out your mission. Like, they usually are trying to set the terms of the arrangement.
So I worked for a think tank once where there was actually a cap on the amount of money that we would accept from any one donor. We would not accept more than 10K from any one donor. And it kept us from being able to be co-opted, and you could keep your ideological integrity that way. But the other reason that I would rather have the small dollar donors is because that's an investment, right? Like that's people. It's more people who have invested in the party, and I feel the same way about activists.
Right.
When you invest your time, when you invest your money, you are more likely to try and do things that make the party succeed because, again, you bought into it.
That's more people volunteering for things. It's more people involved in their local and state affiliates. It's more activists out there.
Right. And also, again, smaller dollar donors tend to be younger, and we want younger people to be part of this. Not all guys like Kyle, who's very, very old. But yeah, it was very good to see.
I discovered that I am, I think, 4 years older than Jeremy Kaufman.
Are you seriously?
I thought Jeremy Kaufman was at least like 50.
I thought he was.
No. Would you believe he's only
Early
21?
40s.
Well, I thought Keith was like, I don't know, 35.
No, I'm 76.
Yep, I'm basically dad.
That's all the adrenochrome. That's
Yeah.
what it-
Yeah. It's because when I get the George Soros check, it comes with a small vial.
Yes.
Only the first.
They
Only the
directly
first
wrench it out of the children's organs.
So speaking of people who are willing to wrench things out of children's organs,
you get one freebie, and then you have to start obtaining it yourself. You have to join the
Well,
cult
I
and
just
start
have to
obtaining your
vote
own.
correctly on the LNC, and then I continued to get the organ.
Oh, okay.
Andrew Allgood, another member of LP New Hampshire, who was also the person who nominated Jeremy Kaufman and stood while doing his Roman salute for Jeremy Kaufman as Kaufman explained the final solution for the LP. Yes, the final solution. Proceeded to find another delegate and punch her in the face and then get arrested. And that's pretty well what LPNH is. And after punching her in the face, they got together to scream that she's a thief and deserved to have her hands cut off.
Just when you think they couldn't get any lower, they tried to decredential the victim after
They tried, yeah.
after coming up with this bullshit story about how she stole from them.
Right.
Then you find out that the theft in question was those stupid
like little flyers that were,
those little Move to New Hampshire magazines that were littering the entire convention hall. Like, they were handing them to everyone who walked in. Most people, they take a pamphlet, they flip through it a few times, and they throw it in the trash. Those things were everywhere. Like, they were all over the work section too. Like,
it's not provocation. Even if she was trying to steal their TV off their booth, you don't punch a girl in the face for it. That is not an appropriate or proportionate response.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, not for some flyers that were
flyers.
They weren't even like, they made it sound like she took them off the table. From what I understand, that did not happen. Like, they were left on one of the just general tables or the delegate tables.
Which could then just be cleaning up clutter and not even knowing So that was what, day 2, day 3? It all blurred together.
I think that was Sunday.
Okay.
No, that was Saturday because that was. Oh wait, no, it was Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all blurring together. I don't
When
remember
you
much
only get
about.
like 5 minutes of sleep for the entire weekend,
Yeah.
it's one blob.
I just remember running completely on stress for like 4 days, and then it was like after I got in the car on the way home, it just like hit me. I'm like, wow, I'm really hungry and really tired.
The one secret to weight loss and also hair loss.
Kyle and I were comparing what our Garmin calories were, and it was insane.
I just need to go to more conventions.
2,400 calories just basically for existing stress.
Yeah.
But without like actually exercising, just running around the convention floor was like up to like 1,500 active.
Yeah, mine was literally 24 the one day.
Yeah. So that was part of convention. But I actually really loved running the floor, and I loved working on floor strategy. That was something that was, you build relationships doing that. And
wargaming.
Yeah.
You make allies in the trenches.
Right, you do. And it was, the adrenaline rush was fantastic. So I want every day as vice chair to feel in some degree.
So you want there to be drama then.
I do.
And this is why I didn't run for anything on the LNC. No one wants to do that.
Isn't that what IT is kind of like, though?
IT is very stressful, it's true. Because there's 2 possibilities for IT. You're not doing anything because you did a good enough job, and thereby they're considering firing you for not doing anything. Or
everything's broken, so they got to fire you because it's not working.
Yeah.
When I had my first job out of college, I got in trouble because I was working late for free, and our boss came by, printed something for his personal use, completely unrelated to me, different part of the building. There was a paper jam, and he recorded that I was at the building and Keith was there working, and the printer jammed, and he recorded it in a diary for us. And so like for each employee, he had like a diary of stuff that we had messed up. But one,
that's honestly, that's what I do for the LPA. I just have
he spelled it dairy.
Set me, yeah.
Was your boss named Amanda?
Yeah,
or Madam Vice Chair Amanda?
I have a book for every member of LPA.
She has a dossier on all of us.
Yeah.
Kyle has
hers are not AI generated.
Yeah.
And he spelled it dairy and also had it on the shared network. And so we could all see what our dairy entry was. And so whenever someone was about to get fired, they would just go check their dairy. And they go in there and they'd be like, hey, I've really been thinking about this stuff. And he'd be like, oh, your insight is so on point. Save some of our people like 5 times.
David, roughly how many delegates were at convention? I don't even think, Dustin, that we got to 640. I think we were like 612.
Was it that low?
The one time I thought we broke 630 for one day.
I don't recall that, but you could very well be right. The cool thing, though, was, guys, that we had almost 10% of the delegates in attendance sponsored in some degree with our Grand Rapids Revolutionary Povertarian Fund.
Yep.
And
we worked with the Povertarian Caucus, made sure to get folks there. 40 people's rooms wholly paid for, and another like 2025 subsidized. Plus making sure to get travel for people. We helped with food. We helped organize gas and vans and other things.
That's really awesome.
It was fantastic, and thank you to the Povertarian Caucus for helping us with that, helping coordinate. Thank you to everyone who helped with our fundraisers. There were folks, Rebecca Massey helped, Chase Oliver helped, we had Joe Jorgensen. Our debates were also fundraisers. So Free from Are You Smarter Than a Politician? Thank you so much. There were a lot of people. And of course, our Revolutionary Spending Committee, from which I'll be resigning as the president because of conflict of interest. But
so which of us has to step up?
Yeah.
I'll stay secretary.
No, that's our legal 527. We haven't filed with the FEC for our.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to be chair of that illegal 527.
Freaking 527. It's not even a freaking political 527 because we don't do any actual politicking there. But because it exists as a 527, it must be an FEC filing organization.
Right.
bonkers.
But
Do people not understand that an
You can fill
agency
that with
called the
anything and answer
Federal Election Commission is for organizations that run candidates in federal
at the
elections?
federal level, yeah. Well, because I think
Amazing.
the confusion is that we're all feds,
Well,
and
Oh.
yeah, so we have to file with the other feds. That's
Wait, no, we're not feds. We're foreign agents.
where everything rose. We're feds, we're
I
foreign
was
agents.
told at the convention that I am not, in fact, a Fed. That was ridiculous. That
Okay.
I am associated with Feds. So they're wagging me, I guess.
Okay, that makes more sense. I don't think they think I'm a Fed either, but I do think they think that I'm a Marxist, and that's just insulting people.
that one. Oh my goodness! Hearing Amanda, I've heard Amanda so many times over the 18 months or so I've known Amanda, go on about how, while communism in general dumb, Marx in particular really dumb.
We know it's common knowledge now that she's a Trotskyist.
I
They
don't
don't pay
care.
attention at all.
What economic system people want to voluntarily contract into. So if you have if you have a cooperative mutualistic arrangement, fine. That is not a dictatorship of the proletariat, and Marx is awful, and should not be the final word on communism at all. So, and again, I say this is someone who is for market, but yeah. Marx. I have a parody album about Marxism.
Okay, but counterpoint, your background is in fact red.
That is true.
That is true.
But counterpoint.
So you've figured it all out.
It's
Yeah.
making
Common
fun.
knowledge that she's a
They
Trotskyist.
always like to put it out there, the breadcrumbs.
People
There we
don't
go,
do any background research. She's
It's
admitted
an
to being a
Easter
Trotskyist how many times now?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an Easter egg for sure.
Yeah. Like a Batman villain. You have to ruin it for yourself.
It was honestly, it was not as bad of a convention as I thought it would be, but
No.
we did spend far too much time. I think it seemed to me like there was an attempt to get more people to come to convention by trying to make it fun. We've got all these speakers, we've got all these events, right? We've got 2-hour lunches. Come to convention, let's make some money off of this. And I think that it should have been, we should have had, I don't believe in taking lunches during convention. We should have had
Nope.
fewer
Bring
than
protein bars.
yeah.
Bring protein bars, people.
We didn't remember to eat lunch anyway.
Drink Red Bull.
The one day we skipped a meal and someone's blood sugar dropped too low, everyone got him food immediately and it was fine. QED, we would have been perfectly fine the rest of the day.
We take care of each other.
Yeah.
There's another clue, Keith.
Yeah.
Who else
Oh,
takes
also,
care of each
Rachel in the
other?
chat, Bill
Commies.
Redpath is in fact based.
Bill Redpath is based. Yes, indeed.
I think he's on the red path. He's communist.
Yeah, there we go. He's also a red. He's a fellow traveler on the red path. Why is it
Oh,
so?
it's just when he gets snarky,
sun is going down because it's
leaves a
nighttime.
trail of blood.
I'm trying to make it brighter. I
By yelling at the sun?
said, why is it so dark in here?
Get lighter out there!
Oh, we're just gonna fade into darkness at this point. It's just gonna be.
Yeah, you
I
guys
don't
are getting darker and darker.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, turn on the TV and put it on mute. If the remote works, okay, good. So now we're just we're watching the Matrix.
Yeah, no, you
That's
gotta watch it.
definitely fun.
If you get darker, you're gonna look like you're in blackface, and then New Hampshire's gonna want to come back.
Oh dear, that's awful. But I feel like maybe we should do some kind of day by day recap. Or the problem was there's never enough time to get through convention business, and we have been needing to stagger conventions for years.
We're in a hotel on the road. That's why we don't have lights.
Yeah,
Well, we need to stop taking lunch breaks and
I
stop.
actually I don't have a
What?
ring light at all.
Did it
You
just
can
suddenly-
yes, mute it. No, I don't
It
see
was
that.
muted and then it unmuted.
Yeah, Addison, I don't have a ring light at all. I don't even have one at home. We're not still in Grand Rapids. We're in Chicago. We're touring apartments because both of us separately.
Are you
I
wishing
love
to
this separately.
move to Chicago?
I always Kyle has a different budget than I do because Kyle is a bougie bitch, and he's looking at penthouses.
I am.
Yes, so we're both moving to Chicago.
The one place we looked at today has business rooms that could be could be rented for like $600
for 6 hours, and so we can have meetings at this place.
Yeah,
I didn't know you had penthouse money, Kyle. So if you go to lp.org/Thompson donor, you can you can donate.
Legitimately, I have a plan to start doing, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I'm mentioning it here. I've been talking about it for a little bit. That I would like to every month give away a lifetime membership to somebody in the LP. There's some things that I have to make sure are working right and everything else first. But I would
purely hypothetically, how would one go about getting one of these lifetime memberships?
I don't know yet. I don't have the thing out. It's a thing that I'm intending to do. And basically, like, we'd probably do some kind of nomination process. And
Hunger Games style.
Kyle, have I mentioned I really like your hair today?
You're looking especially fit this morning.
Thank you. It's something that I would like to see happen a lot more often. There are people who
deserve lifetime memberships. I think you should get them for service. I think you should be able to get them for signatures. You should be able to get them for certain types of activism. You should be able to get them for speaking in front of a legislature, testifying. Right. There should be a path to getting a lifetime membership that is not strictly monetary, especially with all the donations that are coming in now that New Hampshire.
To address Angela's thing, you can in fact buy a gift membership for someone.
So the way that works,
you can buy it the day you want them to run for president. You just gift them a membership.
Yes, you can.
And briefly, when we counted all proceeds to the party as donations, then whoever bought the building could have given out like 1,000 lifetime memberships.
You do a donation to the party, and in that donation, you say what it's on behalf of, and you can say that it's on behalf of someone else's lifetime membership, and they receive that lifetime membership. We do have a method for it. Is it possible there's going to be an LNC at some point that we get mad about it and try to shut it down? Yes, but hopefully not.
I mean, they're probably unlikely to get mad at free money.
You'd think, but we've had LNCs do stupider things.
Well, that's true. Give us time.
I mean, honestly, I'm excited to have us get started. I'm excited to have us actually working. I meant what I said when I talked about this being a full-time job for me. And so all of the LNC members know that I want to be working with them. I want to be talking with them, except for you, Keith. I don't really want to work with you. So you're too close to Soros. So
that's how I'm funding my all the lifetime memberships I'm going to take you over with.
There we go.
But Kyle is too close to Pierre, so
that's true. All of the various Pierres.
I feel like I don't have enough conspiracy theories about me yet, though I'm getting there. I'm hearing that apparently I'm single-handedly responsible for destroying Region 6 and getting New York kicked out of Region 6.
Is there a censure motion pending for you? Is that right, Rose? Is that what I heard? I mean, I like the effort. It's
I mean, based on the reaction of the rest of the XCon, which was to start laughing, I assume not, but
you never know.
Yeah, I mean, according to some people, I'm this rogue member who destroyed our relationship with the other New England states, and now my state party wants to censure me.
I'm a big fan.
You do come across as extremely rude.
Rose.
Very. Me being mean to people.
On one hand, she's destroyed Region 6. All of the Mises people hate her for being evil. And on the other side, she's secretly working directly with McCardle and is still super evil and Metox and destroying everything.
Oh, no, wasn't it that I was having secret meetings with Michael Heiss every week, according to a rumor that went around like a year ago?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a big fan. She's secretly working with Heiss, but also destroying the MC. I'm very impressed with Rose. She's just a force.
That's the 5D chess we expect from government.
Speaking of working with Michael Heiss,
that's how you know that's how they found out that I must be a Fed.
Yeah.
So there was a last minute bylaw proposal to have a seasoning requirement for attendance at the national convention. It wasn't a perfect proposal. That's what amendments are for. We heard time and time again from people all across the country, including many of the delegates, I would say most of the delegates, that we needed stronger bylaws to prevent co-optation from happening. And one of the surest ways to do that is to have a seasoning requirement. It's not perfect, but to have a seasoning requirement that says if you have just come into the party, as certain factions have attempted to do, basically bring people in last minute to do a takeover. And again, this was something that Michael Heiss actually spoke about. I don't know, Rose, if you have the tweets handy, but right before convention, Michael Heiss has this, talked about how we needed to, and I'll just actually, I remember
Do you want me to pull them up? I mean, I can't put them on screen, but yeah, we pulled some clever parliamentary tricks to get them put on the screen.
He says the point would be to make it, as in the Libertarian Party, a home for the American First Coalition. Just as an FYI to somebody who has successfully taken over the Libertarian Party on a shoestring budget before,
which is a lie.
The cost and effort to take over the LP, inherit its ballot access, and do whatever else you want with it, from a rebrand, name change to a bylaws and platform reset, etc., is significantly less than starting a new party or getting a candidate on the ballot. Orders of magnitude less. True. It takes like 3,000 to 4,000 people across the country winning positions in delegate spots at the state party conventions. And if you really want to go hard and overwhelm it, like $1 million to buy airfare and hotel rooms to make it as easy as possible to get 700 people to the national convention ready to change shit. The sticky part is this can't be done suddenly right before election season. They have a national convention this weekend and we'll have another one in like 2 years. That process needs to be engaged at a maximum in like a year from now in order for it to work. This is incredibly small potatoes compared to the energy out there ready to coalesce around an America First movement and what it would take to start from scratch. I don't think you are getting the scope of what I mean by rebrand. I'm talking you come in with 700 to 800 people with pre-established, pre-written bylaws and platform with the understanding that this motherfucker is being transformed into the hub for this coalition. You use 2/3 majority to end all debate, pass the shit, ban everybody that was part of the toxic culture from the past and move on. 2/3 and some aggression, you can fundamentally change everything about how the org functions. Both Michael Heiss just before convention. So we took this, and a bunch of people said, we need a seasoning requirement. I was on the bylaws committee, which meant that Kyle and I could do a minority report. So we did a last minute minority report from the floor, knowing that it needed amendments, that basically said, okay, we'll do a seasoning requirement so that they can't do this shit 1 year before convention, as Michael Heiss is talking about that day or the day before. And this got voted down. Now, again, this was something that the members had asked for. I don't consider it my bylaw proposal. This is not something that I am putting some personal intellectual stake in. But if you want a party that is resilient to factional co-optation, you need to be willing to pass these bylaws that do perform some degree of gatekeeping. Again, we have freedom of association. I'm not saying
you don't get the mob of people joining because it's going to be fun to own the libs. You'll get people that join that. You only get the very low time preference type, and we have some of those. The people that join and they're playing the long game because they want to eventually take over the party. But by and large, you don't get hostile takeovers.
Right. Well, it makes it much more difficult. And again, when someone like Michael Heiss reveals a game plan and says, make it the home for the America First Coalition, I have to tell you guys,
they're saying exactly what they want to do. People are not taking it seriously.
As someone who has studied the history of mass political movements and revolutions, this is for conservatives, progressives, fascists, red fascists, any totalitarian movement, right? And there are revolutions that are not totalitarian, but any totalitarian movement starts by, in the main, taking over a small minor party. If there is going to be a fascist takeover, it is much more likely to at least use some degree of co-optation with respect to the Libertarian Party than just go full bore into the Republican or Democratic Party.
No, those are a lot harder.
Those are is anti-fascist to a degree that it would matter, though, because I feel like if you take over the Libertarian Party and you make it America first, there's already a party that has that value now.
But see, the Republican Party has institutional establishment, so they can't be as unsavory as they need to be with certain portions of the base. And this takes us back to the New Hampshire question. The LP New Hampshire is very, very salutary for Republicans because it allows people to vote. It allows Republicans to essentially get these votes of racists, bigots, what have you, without having to campaign to them directly. So the Republican Party can keep their hands clean, and the Democrats have their version of this too. The Republican Party can keep their hands clean, and then the LP New Hampshire can bring in people who are going to vote for, I think, more far right.
I want to whine for just a second on ideology here.
Okay. Go ahead.
The majority of the people who are pulling this shit are, on the surface, for what their claim is, fans of Hans Hermann Hoppe, that they're Hoppians. And their entire foundational concept is the contract-based commune, the covenant community. And the whole idea is that everyone signs a contract.
So they wouldn't break bylaws, of course.
Right, exactly right. You're going to sign a contract and you're going to abide by that contract because you believe the social good of it and everything else. And if you don't agree with it, you'll leave. And these people are coming into our business, because the LP at every level is a registered business, to tear our business down, not to compete with it, but to tear it down, ignoring the contract they are signing because they don't like it. It's fundamentally opposed to their claimed ideology.
I don't think they care. So here's the thing. This has been an ongoing source of frustration.
You're telling me these people are hypocrites.
This has been an ongoing source of frustration with me, with some of the more, I guess, party old-timers, old guard, whatever you want to call them, who don't quite seem to understand how high the stakes are here. Like, I get the vibe that a lot of these people, like, their idea of convention drama involved people getting into fights over whether or not the Libertarian Party should publicly take a stance against driver's licenses or something stupid like that.
Those were the days.
Yeah, what we've got here is people have figured out that, like,
a lot more issues than it is.
But it's valuable, not because it has not because of monetary resources, but because it's got currently 47 state ballot access, and it's got party infrastructure. It's got things that people spent decades building. It takes a long time to get nearly 50 state ballot access for a political party. People want it for what it has, and rather than spending decades building their own political party, they want what it has, and then they want to rebrand it and use it for their own ends. They also want to take out that annoying third party that both parties love to blame whenever they lose because they want to claim it stole their votes. Like, there is a reason why people want to take over this party. And now that it has been demonstrated that it's fairly easily done and that the people running the party won't really do anything real to protect it, it's just going to keep happening until we actually fucking do something.
On a positive note, and this is very hopeful, to a lot of people, it's going to seem over the top. Not everybody that I wanted for LNC won. Even in the officers, 2 of the officer spots were not my first choice, but I think the officers we got are amazing. They're going to do a great job. And I'm calling it here and now that for the 2028 presidential election, we are going to have 50 state ballot access. I'm calling New York. That's the level of belief I have in it.
We could use some help,
yeah.
Last 2 LNCs pretty much ignored us when we asked for help with ballot access.
That's
not a serious uphill battle, okay? 45,000 signatures to get a presidential candidate, but that actually means at least 70,000 because they'll find every excuse they can to disqualify signatures.
Yeah, Georgia needs 88,000, but I think it's going to happen.
But I'm asking, and we're asking.
Damn right, Chris. I'm calling New York. I'm calling Georgia. I'm calling New York. I'm calling every one of them.
I think we New Yorkers are so black-pilled.
Damn right I am.
Yeah.
We just assume we're not going to have ballot access.
If it doesn't happen, don't vote for them again.
And 2 ballot accesses in New Hampshire.
There we go. We can't do this alone. We couldn't get the Povertarians to convention alone. We couldn't do anything that we've done alone. The LNC would not have disaffiliated New Hampshire if not for the groundswell of actual, actual support for it and people standing up for it and saying the unpopular things, saying the things that got them threatened and doxxed, saying all of this stuff. So the members have already been heroic in my book, and we need them to continue being heroic and acting at both the local and national levels. I'm here to support it, guys. I cannot say enough. I'm doing this full time. I'm here to support it, but I'm asking for people's help when it comes to getting the ballot access in your states, when it comes to doing the canvassing, when it comes to going to City Hall, when it comes to doing the activism, when it comes to supporting the candidates. I need your help. We all need your help to do it. So we're going to try and build you the infrastructure to make it happen. We will build you the infrastructure to make it happen. We need you to actually do it. And we've already seen it happen. We've already seen you do the things. So keep it up, please.
Heartland, in your case, I'm coming to live in your state. And I'm going to make sure ballot access happens if I have any say in it.
He's already in your state. I'm in your
state. It's
true.
True. We're in Illinois right now.
For governor.
Get us a better hotel room.
This is something that 100% doable, completely plausible. We all have to work together on it. It's something that we've been preaching for 2 years, and it's going to happen. Damn right, the Antifa Internationalists Party. We're getting ballot access, and we're going fucking polling, motherfuckers.
Well, now you've just admitted it.
That's right.
Except, thankfully, removing Antifa from the party was so 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Now it's where is Pierre?
Apparently,
I have a small album on my phone of various photographs of Perrier water, and I keep meaning to save them up and then dump them all at once privately for people.
Addison, send me a text on what you need. We're already doing stuff where we're trying to help LP Kentucky. If you need help in Florida, we'll find somebody to help. We're going to make these things happen. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired of hearing things like needing $900 and people acting like it's not doable. These are fixable issues. We have people. We have money. We can get more people. We can get more money. The thing that keeps stopping us is people giving up. And they're giving up for good reasons. They're giving up because people want us to give up. Fuck that noise. We're going to get this work done.
I mean, to the extent that I can, yes, I want to help competition, but I cannot be everywhere at once. None of us can. So this is why we need folks doing that work on the ground. This is why the unholy army of the night of the chat needs to expand itself and go out and get signatures, do the petitions, be in the streets, work for the candidates, make the calls. I will support you. We will have a media team to support you and magnify your efforts on the national level, but you got to work for it. This is not just the LNC's party. This is your party, and we are here to help you in your efforts, and we're here to be a part of them, but you guys are the ones who have to lead them. So this isn't just a campaign speech. I'm done freaking campaigning. This is about what we need to do going forward. We need to grow our party. We need to have an active membership. So I'm asking you guys to do it. And I'm asking you to get more soldiers on the ground so that we can do great things, because we can. We have already done impossible things, guys.
What would you say your first step was for people who are trying to get more people active in the party?
Hey, Terry.
Would you say invite them to your local affiliate meetings, or
there's
probably no one answer, really, but
honestly, this is why I think things like activism are very powerful. They're
7,500 steps a day.
They're not the sole role of a political party, to be sure, but this is what's important. If you are doing canvassing, if you're doing campaigning on a materially salient issue to someone, you can recruit them and say, hey, we're marching to City Hall, we're marching to the Capitol, we're collecting signatures. You find something that's important to them. And this is why we need the apparatus, so that the LP can be involved in that kind of thing. And that way you're getting people into the Libertarian Party through that activity work. And they've made that volunteer commitment. They put that time investment in there. So they're going to want to see a return. They're going to want to work to make that investment valuable. So they're going to keep doing it. So I would say the first step is to build a place where people can do types of activism, types of libertarian activism, and then recruit people to make that happen. And that is going to pay dividends, because it's going to draw attention to libertarian candidates. When people see libertarians active, a candidate is not going to start from square one when they suddenly announce as libertarian. The media is going to pay attention to them because they've seen libertarians do things already. And the members are going to have been active. The people who come, there are going to be more people who come into the party because you are going to be meeting people doing actual work, and you're going to be bringing people in by saying, this issue that's important to you, we're actually fighting for it right now. You want to come and help us. So that's the end. It's not the affiliate meeting. I would definitely not try to get someone involved in
right, because
by
that used to be the go-to answer. Then they'd come to like one or two and they'd be like, this is boring. It's just a bunch of people making motions and planning when to have their next meeting.
You really have to plan a local
okay.
meeting
We've
as a
actually
membership
tried
drive.
we actually have, like, in New York, tried to restructure how we do affiliate meetings by like having a theme for each one. Like, we'll have like informational sessions 1 month on how to use VPNs and keep your data secure, and then we'll have one on 3D printing. And yeah, we've tried different things, but
So
yes, I think getting people out and doing things that are actually fun is the way to go before you start trying to get them to join your party.
And yeah, mutual aid work, but I mean, you have to tie it to libertarianism, right? I mean, because otherwise it's just an issue. It's just, you know, it's a movement without a name, and so then there's no movement because there's no cohesion. You have to be able to label it. You have to be able to brand these causes as libertarian if they are in fact libertarian, which is why libertarians need to be at the helm of them. And Phil is correct when he's talking about mutual aid stuff. That this is a fantastic opportunity to get people. We want people who are going to be active. So we need to find people who are inclined to be active already. The mutual aid networks are a great way to do that.
Right. There apparently are no King's protests coming up. I hear they are libertarian in many ways.
Right. No, absolutely. And we helped organize those.
Having a presence there will, you get people going there who are angry at the system that currently exists.
They're angry
if they see libertarians there.
Things.
Exactly. If they see libertarians there, that's a great way to get them familiar with us.
Right.
So I hear this all the time. Oh, it's mostly Democrats. I mean, that is technically true, yes, but if people who are fed up with the status quo show up and they meet libertarians there, that's how we bring people in.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Amanda, you do things.
I do things.
Have you looked at the cost of restarting the physical LP News?
It would not be too expensive.
Because it did bring in a lot, and it would be. We have a lot of contact information for donors who have lapsed in the last few years, and it might be nice for them to receive one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know,
so just before the convention, LPA bought an actual HP office printer, like one of the full size.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it because we printed 35,000 pages of bylaws.
Do you know what your cost per print is?
So a 10 reams of paper, which is 500 sheets per, so 5,000 sheets of paper is $20. Mm-hmm. A 30,000 page toner cartridge is a little over $100.
Okay.
So not a lot.
Doing the physical LP News, I think, is not going to be incredibly costly. Although I do want there to be an online analog for it.
Oh yeah.
Now I am.
It would be good to add that to news.lp.org.
Yes. So physical
if anyone watching has an article to submit, you may go there and submit.
I'm still, by the way, I'm still plugging for the Torch because I'm still the editor of the Torch. I'm not saying don't submit to LP News, but the Torch.
But you should submit to LP News also.
And the Torch, yeah, and the Torch especially is for trying to be the Liberty Movement's new voice. It's a movement journal. So whereas LP News, I think, would likely need to be somewhat more.
It is often more targeted to inter-party things.
Yes, the Torch can be, as its name suggests, a little bit more inflammatory. And I think that a party needs both. A party needs a publication that will push the boundaries a little bit and allow for debate, allow for dissent, right? Because we'll publish things in the Torch that disagree with one another. And we also need to have that, I think LP News is good, but might be having an identity crisis right now insofar as what it wants to be advertising.
Yeah.
What do you mean by physical news? It was an actual newspaper?
We used to have a newsletter that would go out. We would have like a yearly magazine, I guess is what you'd call it.
I mean, it was at one point it was an actual newspaper though. Like it was,
so,
brown paper. And
one of the things I've been looking at is what the costs to print. And I actually talked to with a man about this yet. I looked at getting a tabloid format color printer and being able to print basically a yearly collection of torch articles, which would be some effort. We'd have to do like work in either InDesign or setting Word up to really print well, that kind of thing. But it's nothing. It's literally less than a cent a page, even for color. The printer is expensive up front. It's a couple $1,000s. But you send it out to all, even if you say 10,000 LP members, oh no, we've spent like less than $1,000 a year to send everyone serious newsletters and get people really thinking and everything else.
Well, and I mean, you send the LP news, it gets people involved again. You include a return envelope so they can donate back to us. It in the past has always paid for itself.
Right. Yeah. And that's exactly what we should be doing. Another thing we want to do that's been pitched, and I guess I'm kind of plugging myself again for the IS committee here and things.
Talk about the app?
We need an app. We need an app that tells you when events around you are going on that are libertarian. It needs to tell you about the bills that are going on in your area that you need to go protest. It needs to tell you about the people who are running and how to vote for them and how to campaign for them and how to get the money.
Also be able to upload events to that app so that they can.
It's be able to.
Community action board, right?
Will do, Angie.
Yeah.
It would also be good if we offered an embed service so that states could embed it back onto their website, so they only have to do it one place.
Right.
So Tim is mad in the chat because Tim doesn't know what he's talking about, and so I've mostly been
trolling.
He's mostly been trolls, but this is.
Is that Tim first name bunch of numbers that has like a 5-year-old account with 3 followers?
I don't know, but he said that let's throw money away on newspapers. But the thing is, we sent out newsletters for the first time with Stephen this last year, and we net profited from just sending out to like just the Lifetimers, remember right, which is only a couple thousand people. Like 10
and that's probably the group least likely to donate because they already have a lifetime membership.
That tells you something about the general age range of the people who have life memberships if they were reading physical news. They're just saying, it's reading physical newspapers. I don't think anyone below the age of like 60 reads physical newsletters.
By the way, John, we don't see, because you're commenting on X, we don't see all of the comments that you have. So sometimes I'm like, is he trolling us? I thought John was our homie.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. Yeah. We love you. You're great.
Josh McCose joined the, I call it Libertit, but it's Liberty IT group recently. There's a group of IT people from across the LP who have a group to get together and talk about IT things and Signal and everything else. I want everybody in that group to be doing IT things for the LP. I want every state's IT committee to have direct access to national IT. These are things that are trivial to do, that we should all be doing, we should all be working on. SSO should just work everywhere. The whole system should work. And it shouldn't be up to every state to figure out, well, how the hell do I get IT together? National already has to have it.
Do you know when we had more direct database access, if it would have been possible to build a data feed that touches the actual LP database, but could be then turned over to states? So
100%.
So currently we get like a weekly feed of here are your national members, but there's not really a good way of parsing that without also ingesting it into my own database. And I feel like a lot of states probably don't do that.
So this is something that Kyle and I talked about. Kyle is the IT guru. I'm sort of the person who's like, can you build a thing that does this? And he says yes. And this is something that we've talked about for a long time. This is why it's really good to have Kyle, in our corner, as it were, and able to do this. So yes, we have worked on that. Kyle has even done a kind of an informal white paper on that type of thing. So you can talk a bit about your shit.
I like Tim's horse and buggy suggestion. Are you gonna promise us free horses and buggies too?
Only digital ones.
Ponies, in line with Vermin Supreme, yes. And then the buggies will be literal bugs because you will eat the bugs. You will eat the bugs, Tim. You will eat the bugs.
Shit, she is a globalist, guys.
You will live in the pods and you will own nothing and you'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, this is the plot of The Lion King.
Just can't.
No wonder I loved that movie when I was a kid.
To be vice chair.
I've got the hair right now. Yeah. Who would say?
In fact, Kyle, that's a very good Scar shirt you have there with the Death to Kings.
So there's a thing that can be done with databases called row level security. Basically, every row is checked as you're doing queries to see if the user viewing has the ability to see them. So every state, you can just see your own data. You don't have to maintain multiple table versions. Every state, when you make a query, you can have resources automatically checked so that people can't take the database down. All the things we had problems with in Civi are absolutely fixable. You know where they're not fixable? Zoho, because a team in India...
You don't have direct control of it.
Right. So do I think Civi is the best thing in the world? No. Is it better than Zoho? Yes. And I will fight anybody on this one. There's no way we should be paying $100,000+ a year for all the things we're doing with Zoho when they suck. We're talking about
that much.
And how is this Marxist?
So since we've already done a data migration a couple of times, do you suspect that we already have scripts in place or knowledge in place to migrate it again? Because we were reflecting Zoho data back into Civi, correct?
Yes.
Hi, Nathan. You said guess whose job?
And we already went over the Marxist thing. Do people not pay attention at all?
They just troll, guys. They just troll. I know.
They're politically illiterate, and they just think that all leftists are Marxists.
Oh my God, they're politirate.
Politirate.
But
politirate.
He's saying hola. He's saying holla.
He's just being Nathan.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's not Californian.
Nathan.
If he's saying holla or.
I knew that he was, but it was just surprising to me. People were surprised that I was tall too.
That's true.
They were extremely
That's
surprised.
why I'm pretty sure it's Austin. He's bitching about the fake New Mexico group, and I mean, okay, I guess I don't know.
He's got 5 people that have followed him in 5 years. Who cares about him? Tim exists. He's allowed to say what he wants. He's no worse than Truth.
I miss Truth.
Oh yeah, I remember Truth too. Yeah. Was that the one that joined our Discord and went after John Ponte, like specifically him?
Those were the days.
But yeah, Kyle's been working on a way to migrate that data, and we've been talking about that app as well to get members connected. And this is the thing, we got to have active members because active members grow more members. I am very happy to be vice chair. I do not think that leadership exists on the national level without having individual leaders among the membership. And ideally, every single member should be some kind of leader within the party. I'm not necessarily talking about formal leadership. I'm talking about organizing. I'm talking about strategizing, brainstorming. We need a more active member base. And I understand that National has to earn your trust to do that. We have to prove to you that we care about what you're doing. All right. So let us do that for you. Let us help you and not get in your way. But what I want to see is I want to see members want to have National in their corner, not dictating what they're doing, but having National promote their efforts. Right.
Right now, everyone hears that National's doing something with their state and they panic.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Are they going to try to overturn our convention again? Something like that.
Yeah, I understand. I want people to want to watch National Committee meetings, not for the drama and not for the drinking games. We still have to figure out how I'm going to do that.
We need a new bingo card.
Yeah, we do need a new bingo card, and I think that my
so
square
it'll be like Polymarket. You'll be doing insider trading.
Right. So I think my square should be like Amanda has either had way too much speed or not nearly enough speed. That's my square. But no, I want people to watch National Committee meetings and want to, because I want them to see those meetings as a way to figure out what's happening and how they can get involved. Right now, our national committee meeting structure is not apt for that. So we need to do some things with the policy manual to make that happen. But give us that shot, guys. Okay. And
considering the divisive nature of the previous in-person meeting, it went really well.
Yep.
Yeah.
The meeting on Thursday was terrible compared to the meeting on Monday.
I didn't get to watch all the way through that one because then I decided to go meet up with the fellow New York delegation.
I went to get my organs harvested in the dimly lit parking garage. They just said, "Oh, take the Sky Bridge," and I took the wrong Sky Bridge. And I was like, "Where the hell did Stephen take us?" And I was like looking around in the parking garage, and then realized at some point there was this.
Tim realized that we're implementing a social credit scoring, going to force them all to work in the mines of the gulags.
Not all of them are going to the mines, though.
That's what the gulags are for, because the
They're
gulag is
not
a place
only
of
for
science.
the mines. Yeah, but we're doing other things too in the gulags. So it's not
sex
just the
gulag.
Yeah,
Thank you for streaming about talking about the sex gulag. Okay, it's
in the chat with the when does the LP Ministry of Social Media Monitoring begin? It was actually we voted on it last night. It has already begun. All affiliates are required to retweet Louisiana.
That's how that's how we managed to make a time machine to go back 5 years and only have you get 5 followers.
All right, my first action as region alt. I'm gonna force my rep to introduce a motion that or introduce a resolution. Yes, be resolved that all affiliates are required to retweet the Libertarian Party of Louisiana at least once per day.
Yes, even if we don't post
Thank you for the idea, Tim.
There are 27 spare
This
kidneys.
is going to be a really obnoxious alt.
You don't know how many kidneys I have. You don't know my life.
And if we sold 27 kidneys and we did it at $5,000 a pop, that's some money.
Wait,
kidneys are worth more than $5,000. I think they go for 6 figures.
There are 18
kidney inflation
plus the additional 9 people.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, but you're assuming that I have 2 kidneys.
She has 2 kidneys.
I mean, as the birth rate declines, the kidney supply, declines doubly so.
Yeah, so stop having kids. You're needlessly, you're just devaluing the kidneys.
Exactly. Yes, donate to Arizona for their ballot access efforts, guys. We need ballot access in all 50 states.
This is a thing that, like, again, we should be leveraging our website constantly. And I agree with all the people that say that no one goes to websites, etc. But like, there should be a ballot.lp.org where you can see the most pressing ballot things along with exactly what's going on and what they need. Because some people need money, some people need bodies, those sorts of things. And and if you have an LP app and you're like, I'm willing to canvass, it should be telling you walk lists. Go out there. Here you go. Here's people around you to go to. And it should just tell you. We have the technology.
And you're building that app, yes?
Hell yeah.
Okay, good. Dustin, organ inflation is what I experience every time I travel. I know, I'm serious.
I second the motion.
I get this terrible, like, it's I don't know if it's inflammation or what. Every time I travel, the first couple of days of convention, I was in terrible pain. I was meeting with Evan in his suite, and by the end of the night, I was just clutching my side. I feel like that's organ inflation. That's definitely right.
I second the motion for Kyle to buy me a microphone.
I have a spare Blue Yeti if you want it.
Ooh.
The good New Hampshire needs 40K. What's the good New Hampshire? Y'all guys got to tell me this. Okay.
Is there another one already?
There is apparently a competition to spin up affiliates, but that can't technically, just to let everyone know, the LPNH is not disaffiliated, suspended pending appeal.
Yes.
So it's
they've been called
for all
to the
intents
principal's
and
office.
purposes disaffiliated. Yeah.
Right. Technically, they're not disaffiliated until they
suspended
exhaust
pending.
all.
Yes, and then after that, the new affiliate petitions can begin to come in. Addison, I wish GasX would work. I really do. I don't even know what it is.
You have to preload enough GasX that it's everywhere to cancel the gas out up front.
Simethicone, little bubbles.
Get you in one of the repressurization chambers so that you don't get the equivalent of whatever it's called.
Tim,
that was
this is why we
issued an enforcement of RFK.
I'm going to address Tim here. Tim, this is why we are very big on punctuality around here. We already addressed these things, and you weren't here for it.
I also mentioned this earlier. Colorado should have been disaffiliated. I would be fine with Colorado being disaffiliated and then reaffiliated because they've changed leadership and they're willing to fix the things. Colorado should at least get a slap on the wrist for saying the things they said.
Right,
New Hampshire was slapped on the wrist like 35 times, signed multiple agreements, and ignored them anyway.
Right, but they did not commit the bylaws violation because they were blocked from doing so. There was no grounds to disaffiliate them because no bylaws violation occurred. Like no bylaws violation occurred. Yeah, they wanted
to lick the electrical outlet, but Karen Ann swooped in and stuck the child-proof plug in first.
Yes.
Karen Ann with the child-proof plug. I love it.
But I think it's important to talk about, the reasons for disaffiliating LP New Hampshire. It's going to be a hot news item for a while, and I understand that, and the members deserve to continue to be informed. I also do, however, want us to be talking about how to move forward. And so, and that this was something that I was kind of scolded on with LP and with regard to LPNH and LPA, because I thought it'd be really funny to have one of those montages, like all of the LPNH's worst tweets, and then Sarah McLachlan playing in the background, Arms of the Angels, and then at the very end, Libertarian Party of New Hampshire, 1974 to 2026, freedom called you away or something. But people in LPA correctly noted that this was sort of harping on. And I still would love like an individual person to do this, but this would be harping on something that's been holding us back for a really long time. And I think it's fun to have fun. It's important to talk about what
it does somewhat make it seem like that is why they were disaffiliated instead of the obvious bylaws violation.
Right.
It's because you like Colorado and hate. Yeah, we do hate the New Hampshire affiliate. Right. I hate people who buy friends of mine and then go around justifying it. Okay, I will admit that. I don't like fascists, and I'm not the type of person that throws the term fascist around. Okay, but they have made the party attractive to actual far-right authoritarians. They specifically message to them and recruit them into the party.
When Karen Ann gets up and has a fucking broom handle or broom mustache, and she has combed her pink hair over into a side and sits there with her
intervention with her too. Then
I will be the first to call for the disaffiliation of Colorado.
To the point about you wishing for the nap to be eliminated, you did in fact.
Exactly.
You did in fact only get about 3 hours of sleep for the last several days. So I would say that you are trying to abolish
eliminate naps. Right. I was debating whether to address this because I don't want to address it every time because it is very time consuming. I did. Apparently, this is very rare that people get smear flyers printed out about them, but I got a smear flyer and I'm kicking myself for not saving one because I don't. Did you save one?
As woke as I am, I don't get my own hate mail. And here you go, a newbie to the party, swooshing in and taking all the hate.
Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't get any attack ads printed and left on the panel.
Yeah, you guys got to step up your game. I'm sorry, just do.
I did get weekly emails saying that I was a communist for a while, but never the good physical stuff.
Never an attack ad. So there are a couple dimensions. There are a couple dimensions to the non-aggression.
You too, Tyler.
I call it the non-aggression corridor, the non-aggression plank. So I have written about why I think it is important to fortify our opposition to aggression on a still deeper principle. If you go to the Torch, you can see my writing on it. There are a couple articles that I've written, one of which was written to stress test the idea of non-aggression in our ideology. It was actually commissioned by Rob Yates. He said, "Can you write an article in defense of political violence?" And I'm like deliberately provocative. And I said, well, I'm not going to defend political violence, but I understand what he's getting at, right? He was collecting articles for a special issue of the Tar Heel Libertarian. where people were going to talk about the issue of political violence and kind of the necessity to be firm in our principles and how principles translate to actual practice in a world that is not perfect, in a world that is coercive. So I wrote an article that had to do with that, talking about how aggression is this incomplete concept for us in politics because everything is arguably aggressive. What you are doing, if you believe in self-authorship, which I believe is our fundamental principle as libertarians, is you are constantly authoring yourself, creating your identity. And what that means is that you are constantly in a type of struggle.
Right. If you're deconstructing your philosophy there to make sure that is what you truly believe.
Right. And with everyone else too. So the way that the identity that other people are projecting onto you is somehow not entirely identical to the identity that you are trying to project. But at the same time, it's not a war. It's not one of them wins and the other one loses. It's that there is a constant working together of rewriting meaning and reiterating meaning. So that is a type of, in some cases, people would qualify that as aggression because any social interaction includes that element of struggle. I also wrote an article that was more directly about the non-aggression principle, saying that it's not a principle because it's negative. If you stand against something, you stand against it for a reason. And so what is the why? Why do we oppose aggression? And from there, we can actually oppose aggression with more force, but we have to talk about what we stand for first. And I don't like the term aggression because it's so incomplete, it's so vague. I think force and fraud or coercion and fraud are much better terms.
Yeah, I think that you also
initiation of force. I think, yeah, initiation of force or coercion. But yeah, I mean, I just like the Nolan Pledge for a while because it's just it's not really the NAP. It's based on the NAP, but it's just a very watered down version that was put in there in order to signal, hey, government, we're not a threat to you. Don't come and arrest us. Which, I mean, I get it. I get it because, I mean, being a political dissident is getting increasingly dangerous nowadays. But so it's not going to protect. Okay, that's not going to protect you though. It's simply telling the government, hey, we swear we're peaceful. Like that's not going to stop them from coming after you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Vitko got banned on Twitter?
We'll help him here. Vitko, we'll help you out. Promise.
Wait, what?
No.
But when we worked on a new set of bylaws that we still have them, guys. We still have them, and we gave them to all of you, and we want you to read them. But there was a new pledge suggested, and so this became the substance of this hate flyer that was put out against me. But unfortunately, the hate flyer did not include the right verbiage.
Yeah.
So
also weren't very many copies. Whoever made that is a poor.
When people put down the hate flyers, they also had for them these actual bylaws that included the statement that we actually wanted to be the membership pledge, which included the exact verbiage of the non-aggression pledge. So they got to see what was actually true.
They would be very embarrassed if they could read.
I would be very, yeah. So I can just read this to you now. Members of the party shall be those individuals, and now we'll go to B, who have certified in writing that they accept and affirm the calling to advance the cause of human liberty in speech, action, and association, to fight for the self-determination of all people, and to actively oppose the initiation of force and fraud. I want to thank Keith for helping out with that, by the way. He made that much better than what I had suggested in an earlier article. And Layla Bush was fantastic too.
And Joe Dean.
Joe Dean, yes. So a lot of people helped make that better than what I had suggested in the initial article, which
originally was I love initiating violence.
Yeah, initially it was I solemnly swear to initiate
force and fraud for political change. Yeah.
I solemnly swear to initiate violence against Kyle.
I mean, I do that every morning. I just wake up.
That's just consensual, though. You guys can hit me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, not to kink shame you, Kyle.
But yes, so that's
speaking of people committing sexual violence. What about Joe's announcement?
So yeah, we're on the subject of masochism.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
considering another
Has
presidential run.
that she's founding an exploratory committee for a potential 2028 presidential run.
Yeah.
I have seen very positive and some less positive takes on Joe running.
Most of the ones I have seen are very positive.
So I saw another like a long-term member who said that they don't want to see boomers run anymore. And I certainly know where they're coming from on that.
I don't want to see when I hear that, it's because so many of them have wanted to take away my rights. It's not because of their age. It's just an easy way to collectivize people, and I hear that's irrational and repugnant. But it's but I think that's what most people mean when they say that. Joe is always a delight.
I love it.
And she knows the philosophy very well. I think if we were to have a candidate like Justin Amash, who is somewhat new to the party, if not the ideas, she would be a good balance to it, I think.
Yeah, what I would say to both of them, because I've seen both of them speak, and I really like both of them a lot. I would be delighted to see either of them on a ticket and think they'd do very well. What I would say to both of them, I have this problem too. I'm doing it right now. The longer-winded answers, which I love, but there needs to be a way to condense those into sound bites, or at least have sound bites that can be pulled out of them. Going on a digression about the state of contemporary politics, which I've literally done, guys, so I'm calling myself out, but going on a digression about that is fine for certain fora, but in general, there needs
you have to have some good bumper sticker statements for the masses, which is why with Vermin Supreme as her campaign manager, she'll be able to nail that part too.
Yeah.
Fellow socialist Vermin Supreme.
Right.
He will. Vermin Supreme will give the Democrats and the Republicans the boot.
Yeah,
Tim, it's actually because it was not ever put in front of the delegates.
I'd like to see and hear more
Get it
clip
right.
sound bites from them. But I like both of them a lot, and they're clearly very good representatives of our ideas.
Yeah.
So.
Regarding Amash or Massey, I mean, I like Justin Amash. I feel like he's a very smart person. I appreciate that he defected to be a libertarian while he was still in office, and Massey has a chance to do that as well.
Massey's announced he's running for president in 2028 as a Republican.
Well.
He's not gonna
Good luck with that.
hate to burst anyone's bubble, but it's not gonna happen.
I don't know that
And
Massey
he's also
has
not
seen the Republican Party lately. Perhaps he doesn't know about President Trump. It's unlikely that Trump will get a third term, but it's probably about as likely as that Trump will get a third term as it is that the Republican Party will support a liberty candidate.
Right.
and so I don't like this whole thing where you have the Libertarian Party acting desperate and being like, "Come over to join us." Like, I'm sorry, but it just makes us look pathetic and desperate.
It does. I mean, Massey would really need to change some of his stances. Like, I appreciate for a Republican, he's really good, right?
Oh yeah, he's in the top 0.01% of Republicans.
Right. AOC is really good on some issues, right? Like she's good on wanting to abolish ICE, or saying that she does at least, and she's good on the war on drugs and some things like that, as far as I know.
But I would
not
but she's
endorse
really
her as a
bad on other
libertarian.
issues. Like you really need people to kind of correct some of the awful issues before you get as a top tier candidate.
Yeah. And I think I also worry is that a presidential candidate is difficult because we cannot have, and Phil's bringing up a related point in the comments in our Unholy Army of the Night, that you can't have the candidate running the party, because what happens is the candidate sets the ideological agenda. This is another reason why it's so important to have members leading, right? And members not just doing the grunt work for candidates, but also being leaders in their own right and being evangelists in their own right. Because a candidate, when you have the candidate be the leader of the party's agenda and ideology and have that cult of personality form around them, you get Trump. You get people who are just drive that party. So the candidate represents the platform, and we need more.
Right, and the platform should not represent the candidate.
Right.
In regards to my praise for AOC, I then immediately said, but she's awful on a lot of other issues.
Right.
He also praised Thomas Massie, and that's being ignored.
I did also praise
because,
Thomas Massie.
Yeah.
Who also is bad on some issues and is good on some issues. You know, it's a mixed bag.
I think Tim likes you, Keith. He's been going after you for the past several
He
months.
does send me fan mail a lot. I didn't immediately place that that's who that was, but I think that he does send me some fan mail occasionally.
Yeah.
Tim,
if you wanna
with
make
all due respect,
something.
Tim, well, I have a question. Approximately how long was the length of your school bus in feet? Did your mom and the adults around you routinely refer to you as special?
How much Tylenol was consumed?
I would have no problem with the idea of AOC and the LP. I don't want her ideology to be the LP's ideology, but if she wants to vote for Libertarians, awesome.
Yeah. And I think that we should treat her a lot like Massie.
Instead of,
great. Right. I think that we should treat old party candidates who agree with us on some issues the same, right? Like the party shouldn't straight up retweet AOC, and I don't think it should do that with Thomas Massie. I think that where old party candidates agree with us, we should magnify that message. We should say things like, Thomas Massie agrees with the Libertarian Party in that we should end the Federal Reserve, or wherever we have agreement there.
That's always been my approach.
Right. We don't agree with him. He happens to be libertarian in this specific issue. And it's the same with AOC. Like, we certainly don't support her economic policy, but I don't follow her actual policies, but I imagine that she's better
for some of the slightly better ones. Like, I try to examine their and comment on their policies on a case-by-case basis. Like, if they do something that aligns with libertarian principles, like trying drug decriminalization or being anti-imperialist or deregulating small businesses, like I'll say, hey, good job, that's awesome, that's in line with our principles. If they do something that's not libertarian, then I say, no, that's a really bad policy, it's a really stupid idea.
This is why issue.
And apparently this is going on Kyle's permanent record.
That's fine.
All of our permanent records.
Issue coalitions are so important for this reason, because you cannot align with a political party and say, okay, well, our presumption is going to be agreement, right? Or our presumption is going to be agreement with the Republicans, we agreement with Democrats. We agreement with the Greens. You cannot do that. But when you align on a particular issue with interest groups, and some of them can be members of whatever party, that's when we can get good work done, and that's when we can actually do recruiting. Because any other time, the larger party is going to swallow the smaller one. There's just not a critical mass of folks in the Libertarian Party. We want to create that. We can only create that by standing for ourselves and for our principles.
Yeah. Well, the Libertarian Party has to remain solid in its principles, because that is how you get people from the old parties. Right. You have to show that there are areas where you agree to get people interested, but you also have to show there are areas where you don't agree with them, and you have to be consistent in that in order to win people over.
And the politically active folks, I think, are oftentimes the politically active folks outside of an organized party, with the major parties, tend to be the more ideologically consistent ones. So if we can get to them, then we are able to get folks who are willing to be active, who are ideologically consistent, who are principled, and who do not have fealty to a particular political party as of yet. So that's where the value is in those single issue coalitions.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't find Cortez particularly bright. I just have to say, I don't.
That's definitely true. She was the only left example that there's a modicum of agreement.
Yeah, but I don't know that I would. I'm fine with whoever wants to vote for a libertarian candidate, but I'm not sure that. I don't know that I'd be too happy to have her be an active member of the Libertarian.
No. I don't want her.
I don't care.
She can give money and she can vote for Libertarian candidates.
But
she is welcome to visit lp.org/Thompson donor. But I would not want her to say as a candidate of the party.
Right. Everyone else, though, I want y'all to be leaders in the party, so get on it. Can't wait for happy hour. This is happy hour. This is Molotov. This is not Molotov cocktail hour. It's LPA after dark.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I'm actually gonna get more Basil Hayden. Do you want to keep people entertained?
Oh goodness.
I'm gonna turn off the camera so people don't see my butt when I walk out the room. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
How long are we doing this?
Nope.
Also,
Kyle,
our weekly meeting is right now.
The
meeting already concluded.
Did you put it on Discord?
Yes, because James asked. They said we were doing this.
Gotcha.
Okay, talk amongst yourselves, folks.
Keith
and I are both gone.
Yeah, it's up to Kyle
I was telling my kid goodnight and accepted my Soros check.
Kyle, tell jokes or something for a minute.
Hey, Kyle, do a funny dance.
All right, Rose, now's our chance.
It's funny. Everyone see it.
Take this over.
I know that's Tim Pool. Is that Tim Pool?
Tim Pool has more than 6 followers.
Could be Tim Pool's murder. No.
Electing an armed. Referring to Evan for a criminal act that he has owned up to, that he's bettered his life from, like libertarians should believe in redemption, as all good people should believe in redemption. You can perform a violent act in your past and not be defined by it.
I mean, there is if you look at a Venn diagram of people who use this as a point against the current or recently elected chair, and people who defend the former chair for embezzlement, there's a lot of overlap. They're highly selective with their principles. Highly selective.
You get called a socialist because you allude to some area where a different candidate might agree on some items, yet the former chair had a literal event with a socialist organization. And I mean, that's fine, of course, when they're literal state
issue
socialists.
Coalitions are fine, but issue coalitions are fine if you're doing an anti-war march or something. But you don't go so far as to endorse their candidates.
They're less fine if it's in fact a pro-Putin march, though.
Yeah. Well, there is that, and something that's I think is attended by an audience of Tim's followers. There were those very sparsely attended protests. So, to revolution.
I think that Tim, in fact, is Tim Pool.
I think exactly. I think it's Tim Pool's burner account. I think that's awesome. Yeah. I'm very happy to be attended by Tim Pool tonight. Well, there are libertarians, Andy, in actual prison, and there are libertarians in DHS detention right now, as Izzy still is. Keith's got his Free Izzy shirt, guys. And that is the one shirt on the LP Alliance merch site that will not go to helping reimburse the Povertarian Fund. It will go to Izzy's case and fighting for Izzy's health and Izzy's freedom. So Izzy Alley is a Florida libertarian who is currently in DHS custody and recently found out that he has advanced kidney disease.
Stage 3
kidney disease.
Speaking of, we got a note from J-Mark today. We only need to raise right now to get Izzy back to being like in the black, about $300 more. The QR code is up for Izzy. Please donate to Izzy. Please help us free Izzy. Keith's got his shirt on. Both of us have our shirts. Mine's in my bag beside me. Right now I've got my Death Kingmaker shirt because fuck kings. But different story. This is somebody who came here legally, did everything right, and is being punished for it. Abolish ICE.
Abolish ICE. Fuck ICE.
Abolish ICE, which has in fact been resolved by the National Convention multiple times.
Sorry.
Rose is back.
Oh. So in conclusion,
everyone, we need all of you, okay? And I want to listen to what you guys want to do, and I want us at National to be platforming it and helping it. It's going to take your leadership. It means that, people are going to come up with initiatives, and we need that support. What?
Says drink whiskey neat.
Oh yeah, whiskey always neat.
Yes. Having neat whiskey is in fact the correct way to drink it.
Indeed, yes.
Otherwise, you're just getting rid of the flavor. And if you're doing that, why would you even get a nice drink?
Correct. So please do. We need to be working together on the issues where we align. We're not going to ask you to work on the issues where we don't align, but there's enough coalition building within the Libertarian Party that we can do some really good work on places where we're in agreement. Hey, free! Woo! Thank you for the nomination, by the way.
I made free Ann Amity mad today. I'm sorry.
Our biggest regret is we were not able to hear the nomination speech.
The nomination speech and the acceptance speech, and I feel strongly about this because I understand the desire to save time. Maybe that desire wouldn't be so strong if we lunches that lasted under 2 hours. Just a thought, just crazy.
I'm just gonna say, like,
right.
Without naming names, like, making motions to shorten or worse, eliminate candidate speeches is extremely disrespectful to the candidates.
It is rude.
Especially for the higher office positions like chair and vice chair. People have likely spent a super long time writing, or working on their nomination speeches. Not only that, but sorry.
Yeah, Free had a great one. But the thing is, it's a violation of member rights as well. It's a violation because you need more than 2 minutes to figure out whether someone has an agenda that you're going to back. You need more than a soundbite. You need to actually hear, and candidates should be well spoken, especially for officers, right? And it's funny because every one of the final 3 vice chair candidates, including me, like all of us were saying, I think if I'd gotten my speech in, that would have flipped it for me, and it could be true, right?
Yep.
I wish I had front-loaded all the spicy parts of my speech. I only got like halfway through it.
Right.
And that's also obnoxious. Like when you have a speech written out and then they're like, actually, you can only do 1 minute instead of 2. Like, it's just so you're going to give the first half of it or what? Like, you don't have time to sit there refining it.
Right. Free had an amazing speech that he was getting ready to give, and he worked very hard on it.
This happens frequently at conventions. They'll motion to make speeches shorter. It's always annoyed me. Not everyone watches the online debates or the YouTube debates. So for a lot of delegates, that might be the first time actually hearing the candidates talk.
Yes, and it also privileges, especially for the at-large positions. I almost feel like the at-large, it's more important to have a longer speech because at-large, I don't think should just be a popularity contest. And it's just, who do I know, right? I know this person, so I'm going to vote for them. A lot of times, really great larges come from relative unknowns within the party.
Really great larges?
Really great at-larges is what I said.
No, it wasn't.
I said really great at-larges.
Really great larges.
There was
a pizza popped up on the screen at the same time. She was thinking about pizza. It was a Domino's $7.99.
Really great large is what I was doing. No,
I thought she said at Lars.
Yes,
At Lars.
really great at.
Really great ass larges
have come from relative unknowns within the party, and that only happens when people have the opportunity to speak to what their vision is, right? So it's in a way even more important for those lower offices, and I don't think there's such thing, but
it's one of the things we saw, like the at-larges who were the most successful were the ones who went out and made themselves heard outside of getting to say anything on the floor.
That actually does bother me. Like, if you're gonna run for at-large, campaign for at-large, like, I feel like there's always a ton of people who jump in at the last minute and no one's heard of them. Like,
sorry.
I've always kind of thought, like, maybe you should have, like, I don't know, with like you have to submit your name as a candidate a month prior to convention or something, because it's a pain in the ass because there's always all these last minute people. Part of the reason why you get these motions to eliminate speeches is because people take a look at the list of candidates and they're like, oh shit, there's like 50 of them. Like, not saying don't run, but like decide in advance you're going to run for something and campaign on it. Because most of the people who, like, as was pointed out, like most people who do win are the ones who took the time to campaign and have flyers printed out and, you know, have polished.
That definitely, Kelly ran a really good campaign.
Yes.
Although I think Brittany also campaigned very well.
If we'd had more rounds, I thought maybe she'd move up for a little bit.
Yeah.
If I'm totally honest on it, Brittany did a lot of campaigning beforehand, and I think that she didn't have as much campaigning at the convention. And I think people's memories are bad and they're fickle. And I think that if Brittany had the signs and the handouts and everything like Kelly had,
she had them on the tables.
Oh yeah, I helped pass them out.
She did.
Georgia delegation at all.
I got one.
I believe you, but
No. I mean, they were at my table, but maybe she was just saving them for the good tables.
It's Tim, if you make a donation to the party, I will personally refund it because fuck you.
Stop it. That's
I will send him money back out of my pocket because fuck him. I don't want the party to get that.
CLP. Should we comment on one of our keynote speakers that was there?
Should
do you mean Mr. Horton?
Oh gosh.
So I didn't know that was his keynote speech. I thought his keynote speech
It was in fact, his keynote speech was in fact speaking to a motion that they then didn't allow debate on.
Yeah,
he said
Association of
Libertarian
Libertarian
to not allow debate because we already had 30 minutes to talk about it.
I think the National Association of Libertarian Party sounds terrible. I don't want to be a part of that. Sounds awful.
Yeah.
Sounds like
no, fuck those imposters. We should totally
like Scott said,
them.
the International Association of Libertarian Party is apparently run by the Libertarian Party of Israel,
which
also doesn't exist.
Yeah. So
there is not a Libertarian Party of Israel. And
I did notice Mr. Horton and his astute Who hearing skills enjoying the New Hampshire pizza party.
Yep.
So I don't know his positions on everything, but I do know who he associates with.
Yeah.
I mean, we said fuck you when that guy offered us New Hampshire pizza because fuck New Hampshire party and fuck Kaufman.
I mean, honestly, if a delegate from New Hampshire offered me pizza, I'd kind of be afraid it was poisoned. Like me personally.
Well, I mean, when they offered it to me, I literally told them, will it turn me into a Nazi like you guys? Yeah. And they got very mad about it.
Well, I mean, based on a lot of their statements, I assume that when they were having a pizza party, it was in the QAnon sense.
Oh, God.
Pizzagate.
They're like, we're going to have a pizza party. Like, oh, God, like in a hotel? Jeez.
Jeremy Kaufman was Pizzagate all along.
Oh, my gosh. The real Pizzagate was the friends we made along the way.
Was the Jeremy Kaufman we met along the way?
Yeah.
I used to look. I have a lot. I do respect Scott Horton's his knowledge of foreign policy. Like I've always respected his I've always respected his anti-war stance. I feel like he damaged his credibility there for absolutely nothing. It didn't work. I mean, it was close. Like what bothered me was he basically tried to use his anti-war activism and celebritarian status to sneak through a motion that was very inside baseball. Like I was trying to explain this. I was rushing to try to explain what was going on to the delegates around me. If you're not someone who pays super close
to an extent, it was a pro-war motion.
I am going to make a very general statement, and I'm not going to name names because it's truly a general statement.
Sorry.
I think as libertarians, no, it's okay. I think as libertarians, we need to be careful when it comes to latching on to people who very loudly confirm our priors with names and dates. This is a general statement because we want so badly to have people in our corner sounding off in our favor. And the second someone says something that sounds vaguely credentialed when it comes to history, when it comes to, again, names and places, events, we really, really want all of that to be true. And so we elevate them to this godlike status. I am not only talking about one person. This has happened a lot. And we need to be incredibly intellectually discerning that just because someone has things that sound as though they carry this authority of accuracy and factuality, we need to be careful not to take everything that they say as gospel just because they
this is
seem
in
to be
fact why I
presenting.
send
Right. Don't have heroes, people.
every couple of weeks just to reset it.
Yeah, don't have heroes. Don't do hero worship. Like there are a lot of both past and present commentators or political theorists who had some excellent takes and then some extremely shitty ones. Okay, you got to take the good and ignore the bad, or at least figure out, overcome the bad.
There's always that freshman in philosophy who just discovers one of Carl Schmitt's essays, and
I always like Hitler for the
take the
paintings.
good, reject the bad, improve upon the good parts.
Right.
But yeah, like it. That was a mess though. Like, I take issue with introducing a motion and having it immediately call the question. If that can even be done, it needs to have a very high vote threshold.
Well, he had
that right there.
Introduced the motion for 45 minutes the day prior.
Right there was.
You spend a keynote speech speaking in favor of the motion, and then don't allow debate on it. That's
right, because as soon as he allowed, if he had allowed debate, people would have immediately gotten on those mics and debunked some of the lies that were being told. So yeah, there was a very good reason why they did not want debate on it.
There is a good reason, yes.
Tim,
but yeah, again, people who don't closely follow LNC JAMA would not have realized like what this was in reference to. A lot of people still hadn't even heard of the IALP. However, like they didn't realize that like this all spun off from a bunch of discourse that was being had that involved certain specific people being accused of being foreign agents or connected to foreign agents, involved in some kind of conspiracy involving foreign governments. A motion like this was being used as a pretext to try to get certain people ousted from the party.
Yes.
But again, most people did not realize this. They had most of the delegates around me had no idea what they were even voting on.
Right. And that's the
he got up there and was Mr. Mackey about the IALP, right? It was just like, the IALP's mad, okay.
The thing is, he had the room at first because people respect him. Like, there was, like, he lost it. And, like, that was the thing. It was when he started...
real time. It was...
Well, that was the thing.
If you don't know what he's talking about, he sounded very authoritative on it, which is why they didn't want people to educate others on what it was about.
Right.
Yeah, you actually, like, there was actually, like, I remember... You could almost feel a shift in the room as he started losing the audience. And it was after like he started naming specific names and making claims that actually just sounded way too out there.
It was like the Pepe Silva meme. Someone mentioned that in the comments and I had made a similar comparison. That's kind of what it got to feeling like. I had people around me who were clapping and then just kind of stopped. And I heard a couple of similar stories about this slow
It was very awkward. Like I think at some point people realized that it was not in fact a keynote speech, but he was just arguing in favor of a motion.
Right. And I think there were some suggestions. Would you stop? People are talking.
Yeah.
There was some suggestion beforehand that was going to happen too. And I think if you're a keynote speaker, it's hard, right? Because I actually do think that keynote speakers should be able to, to promote any type of ideology, and to an extent, maybe even say, vote for this motion. But
I don't think that's an appropriate use of keynote speeches because you're elevating the person, right? Like you're giving them authority. It would be like if you had a presidential candidate, and as soon as if they won before the chair race, for instance, and then they made an endorsement, right? Like that's not an appropriate use of the position.
Right.
We have a rule where candidates, like where speakers can't also run for a position, and I feel like that logically extends to, and they also shouldn't try to influence business in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm maybe a little bit on the outside of this discussion because I do think that it's valid to tell people to back a motion, but it is dicey, right? And I don't think that there's a place to endorse or disavow candidates from that stage as a keynote. simply because honestly, then it's like the party is endorsing or disavowing a candidate.
Yeah.
The candidate, if the party has paid for someone to come and show up, and that candidate gets on stage and says, "Don't vote for Kyle, he's terrible," I agree with that candidate or that
Right. They can be
However,
correct,
we have
but it's
to
still
admit
inappropriate.
it's not an appropriate use of convention time. Yes.
right. And
Well,
again,
and
it's like the party is saying,
someone
"We're
gets up
going to
there
pay
and
you
they-
to go there and say that."
All right. I mean, if someone gets up there and
Yeah.
they speak against the IALP, and then we vote down the motion, you still had someone get on there on potentially on C-SPAN on the live stream, and they spoke about it uninterrupted for an extended period as a speaker. Like you may not have adopted the resolution, but you still did.
It would have been
Right,
hilarious if the
right.
resolution had passed and then the LNC is like, well, okay, we'll disassociate
left.
from the
Now we're back.
International Association of Libertarian Parties.
Association of Libertarian Parties. That's a Keith Thompson right there.
So
They should have let
I
Jeffrey
just let it
speak.
be known. The International Association of Libertarian Parties is run by Jeffrey Kaufman.
Jeffrey
For those-
Kaufman.
Kaufman.
Oh, that
those
was
who don't
great. Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey
No, this is-
Perrier Kaufman.
We don't have a Jeremy
For-
Kaufman
for
on the
the-
debate.
for-
Let's we have a
for the people
Jeffrey
who don't
Kaufman.
know, the person who nominated Jeremy Kaufman for chair got his name wrong and said Jeffrey Kaufman.
Yeah, he was
and so
nominating Jeffrey Kaufman, and so we were like, let Jeffrey speak.
Yeah. Jeffrey. I won a Twitter
Better
account for
Kaufman.
Jeffrey Kaufman. Yeah.
That's actually
Jeffrey
it's Jeremy Kaufman's husband.
There we go.
No, Jeffrey is spelled with two E's. No why. Jeffrey Kaufman.
Jeffrey.
No,
Oh my!
free though.
Free has been outed.
No, they're saying Jeffrey.
Fair. Jeffrey. Yeah, Jeffrey should have gotten an opportunity to speak.
Yeah.
Chase getting up on stage and having changed his speech to go after Allgood for attacking Alexa
Yeah.
Maffei.
I missed his speech.
Mhm.
And
Hey.
Really?
I missed most of it.
It was.
He
it
got
was
up there
fiery.
And
It was good.
he even went into and Chase will do a little twangy sometimes. Chase is from Tennessee, so his twang is pretty good. It's not quite the Georgia drawl, but I'll accept it. And he was like, as a Georgia boy, any man that hits a woman is no man at all, basically. And the whole fucking crowd went wild. Chase had that room. There was zero doubt that where Horton lost it because he went crazier and crazier. Chase went up there and won the freaking people over. It was great.
Yeah.
It's Chase explained once again how he got that presidential nomination.
I really like Chase.
Someone please, if you have the footage of the full speech, please send it to me because I
It's
missed
up.
most of it. The full speeches?
That's what I understand.
You just have to find the correct time point.
Yeah, it's on the live stream.
Okay.
Oh wait, I am told that it was cut part of the way through toward the
Yeah,
end.
that's the thing. Is so I thought the live stream went down.
Oh, because there was an internet outage at some point. I think during
Yeah.
when we were between convention business.
Someone was trying to get the raws from the live stream coverage.
Okay.
though.
Surely
So
someone recorded it though.
it's
Somebody must have.
I was quite impressed with the speech. I thought he did a fantastic
it was
job.
good.
He pointed out that Alexa had been a hard worker on his campaign and
Mhm.
everything else. It was quite good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the C-SPAN camera guy probably did want to be out of there with everyone Sieg heiling in the New Hampshire delegation, punching women in the face.
Yeah.
Again, crazy shit happened at the last convention, but we didn't have to have a buddy system to get from point A to point B. Like this was an actual thing throughout this convention.
Yeah,
People did not want to walk places by themselves. Certain people had to be guarded at all times. Ones that had been assaulted or had hands put on them.
I had that experience myself. Tyler Donkey was dispatched to help protect me.
Tyler's an amazing sergeant at arms.
He was so good.
He's just a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I had plenty of people who were willing to escort me from point A to point B. Like it was really great just
As
seeing
a dainty lady myself,
the level of support that we got from other libertarians was truly inspiring, I think.
What's up?
That's another thing that happened at the convention. Is during Kaufman's speech, Lana Gia had a rubber chicken that she was squeaking, which made some people very angry.
Some people did not like her. They didn't like her rubber cock.
Guys, if you're more upset by a rubber chicken than you are by the things that Jeffrey Kaufman was saying, I don't know what to tell you.
But
one of the people there pulling out is our fucking current comms director, Brian McWilliams, who laid his hands on Lana. Fuck you, Brian.
As I said.
So why is he still current comms director?
I
don't have an answer there.
Amanda also shouldn't have an answer there because we have an EPCC.
There's an approval period that the official answer is that we need to go through a process to appoint new members of the committee, and that includes the director. That there needs to be a formal search. That doesn't necessarily mean that we can't be without a comms director or have an interim comms director for a time, but there does need to be a formal search process for a full-time and long-term comms director. Whether a comms director can be dismissed and then have us be a couple weeks without a comms director is a question. No, as I said to the then vice chair when he came over and asked Lana to stop, I said, she's doing to Jeremy Kaufman what LPNH has been doing to the Libertarian Party. And
that bothered me.
You still hear him, by the way. You can still hear him talk.
That bothered me. Like that, okay. They allowed someone onto the stage that they knew was going to get up there and insult the organization whose convention that they came to speak at, and the people who attended that organization's convention.
When they had a way to not do so, and then they walked it back. They chose to let this person on stage, knowing that he was going to insult the organization and the delegates who came there to represent it.
Right.
And then they should have been upfront, like, okay, we'll allow you up there, but people are going to express their disapproval, and they have the right to do that. Like, it bothers me that they tried to rein in the delegates from expressing their disapproval.
Right.
Yeah. I was amused by Kaufman a bit because I realized I don't exactly have a radio voice, but I didn't realize that Kaufman in fact sounded like Kermit the Fuhrer.
No, I'm not gonna be able to get that out of my head. Thank you.
Jeremy Kaufman here to dissolve the entire Libertarian Party.
You need to manage your audience better.
You people are losers who need a final solution.
Well, God King Phil Ryan discovered that he'll only start shit with you if you break eye contact. Like, he won't come over to you if you just stare back at him. Apparently.
Right. No.
Yeah, he'll back off if you make eye contact. If you break eye contact, then he'll come over to you.
Right. Phil's great. He got his gold backs. It was awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he gave us gold backs.
I do like the Arizona LP in the comments there.
Yep.
I think we've got a couple of good candidates that are running for communications director. So
I was too lazy to stand, Angie. I just turned my chair around.
Yeah. I mean, and we did that during his debate as well. I think getting upset with the rubber chicken is misdirected.
I've said this before to people who said that we needed to stand up and turn our backs. So here's the thing. People watch those live streams, and there are a lot of people who don't like libertarians who are going to take the Kaufman speech
and they're not going to
put on the internet and say, they're going to say this, hey, look, this is from the Libertarian Convention. This is what libertarian support. Hearing people loudly booing in the background is a good thing. Yeah,
the live stream is not going to have people facing away. Some people were suggesting, just be silent. And it sounds like you're in support of him, like everyone is patiently listening. Because some people are going to applaud. You have the 14 people in there who like him applauding wildly and everyone else silent. It sounds like we support
I said this about the Trump speech in 2024 in DC. Like, there's going to be some people applauding, and it's going to make it look like we support Trump. I was glad people booed there too.
I am begging people to consider the 360-degree bird's eye view of the optics here, because what's being said on the stream is absolutely correct. That if you think about what a person who hates the LP and wants the LP to look like crap can do, right? On any major media network, they can just pull that with no sound. They don't show the people turning their backs. They just show the soundbite of the person talking. And it's
you need the sustained rebellion on it.
Right. Sustained rebellion. I like that. But
so if that rebellion is in the form of a rubber chicken, okay, it's in the form of a rubber chicken.
If
you're actually crying about a rubber chicken, you're a fucking
chicken
loser.
kills fascists.
So, yes.
So
yeah, I'm sorry. You'd have to be
here.
a pretty serious loser to be crying on the internet about rubber chickens.
But I've got an interesting question for Keith. So the comms director for Vermont is a minarchist.
Okay.
And I think you're like full-blown anarchist.
Min-Marxist and Marxist.
So which one of you is closer to Marxism?
It depends on the era. I can answer this, though. It depends on the era of history. It does. Well, it does. I'm sorry.
Are we talking first international or second international?
I mean, I don't live off the good graces of others, so I'm probably not a good Marxist.
Oh goodness.
You didn't write to your friend after his girlfriend died and ask him for money after.
I did not, in fact.
Oh, it's so sad about Mary. She was so wonderful. My bill is due, by the way. Can I have $50? Talk about not being able to read the room. Mark
should have run for an at-large spot.
Tim, you are still here. You're saying we're making the LP look like crap, yet you've been here most of this stream.
I think Tim and Truth.
That in fact is how we're making it look like crap, though. Look what we host.
It's the same cadence. What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Changing the channel.
He's doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Don't throw people out. Don't censor anyone's speech.
I'm not censoring anybody. We're saying what options. I want to see if I can change his name.
I don't think you can. Yeah, that
can't. Yeah. There's more things you can do to the YouTubers, but not to the
Kyle's
Xers,
playing
apparently.
with computers because that's what he does.
Yeah. I just wanted to change his name to Truth.
Yeah, that's fair. Truth is back, everyone. Tell your friends.
Truth is back.
Back again.
Truth is back.
Hey, I know that from the Star Wars speech.
Oh God! That was the cringiest moment of the entire
The cringiest moment was when we had the throwback to claiming to have been assaulted. That's not an Alexa reference. That's Star Wars going to the mic and saying that.
Oh yeah.
Everyone keeps bumping into me. Please bring the dialect to order. And there was like,
my favorite quote was, "Mr. Chair, will you please instruct Mr. Martin to stop coming to Colorado to play the ukulele?"
It was so good.
It made sense in context.
That's a Google nope, I think. Yeah.
Wait. Fuck.
What?
Freeze on X. I can't see the rest of that comment. What am I trying to make myself look?
Cool.
I doubt it.
Broad-shouldered.
No one can me for attempting to look cool.
Attractive. You can just text him and ask him, "Free, what am I trying to make myself look?"
EX.
Yes, guys. So there was a convention and it definitely happened. And Kyle wasn't elected by the people.
Good.
But he also didn't run because he's like that.
She just keeps calling me fat on tonight. I don't understand.
I didn't call you fat. I said you didn't run.
Yeah. And you asked earlier, could I run?
I meant, could you run for an office? I don't know why you're so sensitive.
Didn't.
No, I didn't. That's exactly what I meant.
She made Huffing Puff.
Here's what I'm bitter about, though, guys, is I didn't get to perform at karaoke because I got on the list too late. I was going to do Heartbreaker.
Oh my God, there was supposed to be
I was going to do Pat Benatar's Heartbreaker.
Epic showdown.
And what y'all don't know is that I'm a classically trained opera singer.
There was supposed to be a classic
so-
or epic
What are you
showdown between vice
trying
chair
to-
candidates.
Kyle's trying to
in
figure out.
karaoke. Yeah, we did not get our karaoke battle between vice chair candidates, and I am eternally angry about this. Like, you guys were
Right.
just starting to get to the front of the line, and then they shut the event down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. Right. Correct.
It's just all gone. Doesn't exist.
Yeah, they cut it. Well, next time we'll make it happen.
Tim has
Mhm.
confused Keith and Austin Martin.
Martin, vote for
That is
Star Wars.
unfortunate.
Have you not seen the pictures? Find you a man that
Oh,
looks
right. Okay.
looks at you like
That's
Austin Martin
fair.
looked like
That's fair.
Nick Sarwark.
I like the backgrounds, Keith. Yeah,
I'm
free.
sad. I don't have
we wanted to know what you
lore
were
being
saying.
made up about me.
Kyle was trying to make himself look. Did I mention your show was your epic? For sure. So we are in bad internet, for people who don't know. So people are freezing for us, which probably means that we're freezing for them. So we might want to wrap shortly. The one thing that I want to say, guys, bring your donations, bring your activity back to the Libertarian Party, please. Give us a chance to earn your trust when it comes to, to taking the time to work with you, and let's get cool things done. This is just getting started. We've got a new crew on board. They're awesome people, every single one of them, and I'm excited to do this work. So let me know what we can do for you. Can't promise that everything that I do or that this LNC does is going to make you happy, but I can promise that we are going to fight for this party and for this movement and for a world set free in our lifetime. So thank you all very, very much. All right. Over and out, guys. Bye.